Welcome to Kaumudy Global. Mainstream media has discovered the hard way over the past 8 years that it should never attempt to understand or predict the thoughts of Prime Minister Narendra Modi. Take it with a grain of salt if someone in the ruling Bharatiya Janata Party claims to be in the know. Don't publish what they supposedly know. They are best suited for educated predictions. Nobody was shocked when the BJP Parliamentary Board chose Jagdeep Dhankhar as the party's vice presidential candidate on Saturday, because everyone was anticipating a surprise. That is, the same was true during Draupadi Murmu's presidential campaign. Of course, a few elites had Mukhtar Abbas Naqvi picked as the next vice president candidate up until Saturday. Wisdom comes in hindsight in Modi era. Today we know why it couldn't have been anybody other than Murmu and Dhankhar. Their nomination and expected elections to their post signal the launch of Modi's preparations for 2024 Lok Sabha elections. In terms of symbolism, both have political utility across several states. A prominent Jat leader from Rajasthan, Dhankhar as the VP, would give the BJP a big talking point in its outreach to Jats in other states too, notably in Haryana and western Uttar Pradesh. The fact that former Rajasthan CM Vasundhara Raje Scindia, not a BJP High Command's favorite, had sidelined him for years in the party made Dhankhar's CV no less attractive to Modi and Shah. He has been much more loyal to them than she ever was. Draupadi Murmu, a tribal face as India's president, works wonderfully for the BJP in about a dozen assembly elections leading to the 2024 Lok Sabha election. Scheduled tribes constitute 14.8% and 5.7% of the population in Gujarat and Himachal Pradesh respectively. Out of 9 states that go to polls next year, 4 are in the northeast, where tribals play a decisive role. Nagaland 86.5%, Meghalaya 86.1%, and Tripura 31.8% in February, and Mizoram 94.4% in November. Tribals constitute 7% of the population in Karnataka that will go to polls in May next year. Of the 4 states that go to poll in November, tribals constitute 30.6% of the population in Chhattisgarh, 21.1% in Madhya Pradesh, 13.5% in Rajasthan, and 9% in Telangana. Tribals constitute around 23% of the population in Odisha, Murmu's home state, which will go to assembly polls along with the Lok Sabha elections in 2024. They make up 26% of the population in Jharkhand, where then-government Draupadi Murmu in 2017 stalled 2 proposed amendments in the tenancy laws which allegedly compromised tribals' rights over land and natural resources. Jharkhand will go to polls in November 2024. Maharashtra, which is slated to go to polls in October that year, has over 9% tribal population. Haryana will go to polls along with Maharashtra. One may argue whether the president or the vice president play a consequential role in boosting the ruling party's prospects. It's difficult to say. In 2017, Ramnath Kovind, a Dalit of Kori subcaste of Weaver, leader from Uttar Pradesh, became the president of India. As per CSDS Lokniti post-poll surveys, the number of Jatavs voting the BJP-led alliance went up to 21% in 2022 from 8% in 2017 and non-Jatavs 41% from 32% for the same period. It's however difficult to draw any conclusions from this data as the Bahujan Samaj Party witnessed a decline in its vote share. The Samajwadi Party-led alliance also witnessed an increase in Dalit votes, 9 from 3% among Jatavs and 23 from 11% from non-Jatavs for the same period. Also, Venkaiah Naidu's election as the VP didn't seem to have any impact on the BJP's fortune in Andhra Pradesh in 2019 Lok Sabha election. The BJP drew a blank. Naidu, like Chandrababu Naidu, belongs to Kamma community. As per CSDS Lokniti post-poll survey, the TDP and Jagan Mohan Reddy's party, the YSRCP, together secured 95% of the Kamma votes. One may also argue that if the identity of the President of India was to have any electoral impact, Pranab Mukherjee's tenure from 2012 to 2017 would have resulted in the Congress revival in West Bengal. Similarly, Hamid Ansari's 10-year tenure from 2007 to 2017 as the Vice President of India should have boosted the Congress standing in UP among the Muslims at least. No such thing happened for the Congress in Bengal or UP, not to speak of other states. Offshore, the BJP led by Modi Shah is not the Congress. No Yashwant Sinha and Margaret Alva, the presidential and vice presidential candidates chosen by the opposition. While Alva, a Christian, a politically irrelevant even in her own state of Karnataka, Sinha, a Kayastha, can hardly make a dent in the BJP's voter base in his own state of Jharkhand. This is Anjana signing off. Do like and share this video. For further updates, subscribe to Kaumudy Global.